We are back, and Trace Adams on the phone joining us direct from Atlanta. Trace has been a handicapper with PickNation.com in this business for over 20 years, just like myself. And interesting thing with Trace Adams, guys, he's been on a red-hot roll here for over 4 months. As a matter of fact, if you bet just $1 per unit that Trace has released, you've won over $18,000 in that 4-month period. This, of course, the Pick Nation Report. And Trace, welcome to the show. Normally, we have you via satellite through video conferencing. Unfortunately, today, technology did not want to cooperate, so we'll do it the old-fashioned way on the phone.
Sounds great. I'm here for you, babes.
Yeah, I know. People are going to miss seeing his lovely face.
Yep.
But we'll put the little picture up. Put the picture up of him so they can see Trace, so his mother can watch him on TV, too. Hey, Trace, first game. Let's take a look at the Seattle-New York Giants contest. That's one you want to focus on. Of course, Seattle, played a miserable game last week. That's a big surprise. But they made a game of it in the second half against Atlanta. Meanwhile, the Giants woke up in the fourth quarter at Arizona and managed to win their third in a row, and I think they've covered all three of them as well. Big underdog, Seattle. Do you grab the points with a Seahawks team that just doesn't cover on the road? I think 2-9 against the spread, their last 11 on the highway, or lay it with the Giants at home?
I am going to grab the points, guys, here, and I'll tell you why. It just seems like it's too many to lay here for Big Blue of New York. They're only 5-10 against the spread as a home favorite their last 15. I think they were really lucky to get that rally and cover against Arizona last week. And like you said, Seattle got down big last week, 27-7, but they made a game of it, and they did get inside the back door. And now something that I uncovered, last week favorites of 9 points or more failed 2 of the 3 times. And the week before that, they were 0-2 favorites of 9 points or more. And that's right around where the line is. I'm going to take my chances and go with the Seahawks to stay inside the number here against the Giants.
You know, Al, that's an interesting thing that he said, because as a former bookmaker, I look at a line like this at 9.5, and I realize the bookies out there, they know no one's going to bet on Seattle. So the only bettors really out there for this game are New York bettors or passers, people that'll see the line and think it's too much and pass on the game. So they look to take advantage of those gamblers by inflating the line. And they've done so here at 9.5, and I think Trace is smart for noticing that and taking advantage of it by taking the points.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know that I could do it, but I applaud him for doing it.
Yeah, I disagree totally, and we'll break down the game further later in the show. But, yeah, I just don't see it here. And the thing that concerns me the most is that this is a Seattle offensive line that's afforded Tavarius Jackson, who's a mobile quarterback, very little protection, 14 sacks allowed in the first 3 games. Now, nobody got to him last week in the Atlanta game, but the Falcons only have 3 quarterback sacks on the season. I got to think the Giants see that offensive line coming in, and they're going to pin the ears back, and they are just going to swarm him defensively, and the Giants are getting healthier on that defensive line. So I think you go ahead and lay the points here, because sometimes, as you said a couple weeks ago, sometimes it's okay. Favorites do cover.
That's exactly right.
Next game we're going to be taking a look at is, without a doubt, one of the 2 marquee games on the board today. That, of course, being the Jets-New England game. We all know the history in this one, how they split in the regular season last year with the home team winning both, and how the Jets just kicked their you-know-whats last year in the playoffs. I know, because I had the Patriots that day. So where do you go here? Patriots, public has made them a huge, huge favorite. Which side do you go with?
Yeah, this line seems very inflated again. Same rationale that I went with the Seahawks on in that first game. I'm going with the Jets here. I mean, they have to be better than what they showed on that Sunday night game in Baltimore, don't they? I mean, they look terrible against Baltimore, and yet they're still 15-11 now as the road underdog since 2007. And I really do think that Rex Ryan is inside Tom Brady's head, and they'll find a way to keep it close this time. Patriots may get the straight-up win, but I'm taking the Jets plus the points in this one.
Interesting. I'll tell you what, Rex Ryan is a lot like his father, Buddy Ryan. He came in, made the big impact. I mean, he's a bright, colorful guy. He's certainly a good coach.
He's a motivator.
He's a motivator, but this team, I don't know if maybe they reached their plateau last year, but, I mean, you talk about a team, not only did they collapse last week, I mean, a pathetic performance, 150 total yards of offense. Mark Sanchez, I mean, geez, his 3 turnovers only led to 21 points for the Ravens directly, because they were all turnovers that led directly to touchdowns. But the week before, they didn't show up at Oakland, and this is a very difficult spot. 3rd straight road game. Now, historically over the years, this is not something, though, believe it or not, people go, oh, 3rd straight road, you got to go against the road team. Really, that's not the case, guys. I got news for you. 9 times out of 10, it comes out to a 50-50 situation. But it's an interesting game. I know we're going to break it down substantially here later, but without a doubt, this number is set high because they want you to take the Jets. They see what happened last week on TV against Baltimore. They're just sucking you into taking the Jets.
Well, this week, Rex Ryan came out and finally admitted it, that they have no offense. And you're 4 games into the season, and you've admitted that you've got no offense. So what do you do now? Because your defense, I got news for you, not playing that great. Can't run the ball. You can't play defense. At this point, what do you do if you're the Jets? I think the only way to go for them is to scratch it and start from the beginning, get a new offensive coordinator, get somebody in there who schematically can do something different, because what they're doing now, not working.
Well, they put all their eggs in one basket, and that basket was called Sean Green, and they figured he was going to be the leader of that ground game. And when you have a ground and pound philosophy, it ain't working when you can't run the ball. Now, hopes for the Jets fans out there, and like I said, we'll break this game down further, is the fact that let's keep in mind that the Patriots have absolutely no defense, so something to consider. Hey, Trace, let's go to the last game here on the board, which is going to be the Philadelphia-Buffalo contest. Side with the Eagles, looking to snap that losing skid, take Buffalo, another team just like the Birds last week, after 2 straight come-from-behind wins in the second half, blew it in the fourth quarter at Cincinnati. I think the line is accurately priced, considering the situations of both of these teams. Philadelphia, a 3-point public favorite.
Yeah, I think the line's accurately priced. As a matter of fact, I'm looking towards the over in this game as opposed to picking a side. Philadelphia went over last week, as we all know, and they're 2-1-1 now over in their 4 games. Buffalo missed the over against Cincinnati by a hook, so 3 of their 4 games have gone over. Just think the too much offense on the field, and the defenses on both teams really not getting the job done. I'm going to take this one over the posted total. Philly and Buffalo to go over. And they're still looking good in Buffalo right now.
Yeah, I agree with him. I mean, 50, I think, is a pretty cheap number considering the Eagles playing no defense, and both of these teams with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Fred Jackson on one side and Shady McCoy and Michael Vick on the other can put points on the board.
Yeah, well, if you thought 2 weeks ago was a must-win for the Eagles, and last week was a must-win for the Eagles, this week is definitely their biggest game of the season thus far. They must win this game. They're going to bring it. Bills are great at home. Yeah, it does look like an over could possibly be served up.
Hey, one thing about Trace at PickNation.com, guys, or 2 things, actually. First of all, just like myself, he does a daily video report every single day where you can get his breakdowns, his free picks, his analysis, and watch his lovely face. The other thing is Trace also has a unique pay-after-you-win type of play where it's simple as that. He has a play. If he doesn't win, you don't pay. And 18-5 run with those pay-after-you-win releases, and they're available at PickNation.com. Just click on Trace's page. Guys, thanks for joining us, Trace, here for this segment of our show. We are going to be back in just 2 minutes and break down more of your games on this Sunday Pro Football Card. Want to save over $600 today? Want to get the plays of all 10 PickNation.com handicappers today for free? I'm talking over $600 of football action free today, no strings attached. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, General Manager of the world's largest online sports gambling community, PickNation.com. Right now, you can get the plays of all 10 handicappers at PickNation.com for free simply by using our 1-day free all-access pass. And free really means free. Just go to PickNation.com, click on the free 1-day all-access pass, and you'll get all the plays of all 10 handicappers for free today. That's over $600 of action on the house. Why am I doing it? Because I'm that confident that I've built a staff of the nation's premier handicappers, guys that can make you money this season. What better way to prove it than by giving you all their action today for free, no strings attached. What are you waiting for? Check out the free 1-day all-access pass right now over on PickNation.com. If you like money and fantasy football, you're going to love this free offer to make money with DraftStreet.com. In fact, you've got a chance to win my money because I'm running a $300 league today where the top 7 finish in the money. Hi guys, Al DeMarco here, and today you'll be competing against my team and amongst yourselves to win my money. Fantasy sports have changed over the years, making them more lucrative. No more waiting to get paid at the end of the season. With DraftStreet.com, you get instant gratification. Here's the deal. Go to DraftStreet.com right now. Enter this code, DeMarco, my last name. That's going to get you access to my league today. Entry costs absolutely nothing. It's free to play for a shot at winning my money. You have a $100,000 salary cap to draft your team. You've got until the 1 p.m. Eastern Time kickoffs to set your roster, and the winners will be determined when the Monday night game is over. Remember, the top 7 finish in the money with my $300 at stake. Go to DraftStreet.com, use the passcode DeMarco, build your team now.